being a partner versus them being a contractor or supplier, the difference is that they're willing to help us solve our problems. And so understanding their technology and understanding what our needs are, they adapt their technology to assist us in our needs. And those types of partnering, we're able to solve multiple problems, seeing increased citizen satisfaction, reduced costs. So that's a great partnership.
Rubicon saved in the route miles and labor for household hazardous waste.
Our ability to succession plan. We've got a lot of people with a lot of institutional knowledge, and a lot of that was either in their head or in a file folder or in a notebook somewhere, and we've been able to extract all of that, digitize all of that, and so as we look forward to the future, we're going to be able to kind of just, seamlessly stride into the next generation of users of sanitation collection, disposal, fleet maintenance, all of that.
Just having the interoperability, being able to plug and play different drivers into different routes. We have refuse, we have recycling, we have yard waste, and each of those is a different route length, just because of the set out rate. We also have bulk pickup, so being able to incorporate routes that were designed that day, or just being able to incorporate driver X into vehicle Y. A route they weren't used to. Previously, we really weren't able to do that, and now it's just the turn-by-turn instructions really sets them apart.
It's really twofold. The savings we've achieved by having contaminated loads identified before, or having loads prevented from being contaminated through early identification of individual cans having issues with them, and so that saves us, anywhere from $400 to $600 per load, and over the course of several months, that's money that really adds up. And it's also allowed us to provide better customer service to our residents by targeting our recycling education program to those properties that really need it in those neighborhoods that really need it.
The biggest benefit from our partnership with Rubicon to date is the route efficiencies and tracking our routes. Prior to using Rubicon, the city would use what we call the flocking method, where our trucks would just deploy to the quadrant in the city, and then they would just scatter, and hopefully we would get all the trash picked up within an 8-hour shift, regardless of how many times we drove over the same street or talked to the same address. It was very inefficient. So with Rubicon being able to digitize our routes, plug those routes into the app through the truck, and our guys follow the breadcrumbs around the city, it just improved operations. Our guys are much happier with it because they know what their route is, and they know their assigned work for the day. And is this going to be a long day, a short day? We've been able to work to make it a consistent work day for our crews. And then with the route assist option, when we do have a heavier route, to being able to see, oh, he's running late, let me jump over, click the route assist and help him catch up so we can all get done by quitting time. So that's by far the biggest improvement and biggest benefit we've had from our partnership to date with Rubicon.
When getting Rubicon, it helped us identify other areas that we can make very strategic improvements. Having data helps us make informed decisions. Looking at areas such as pothole repair, snowplow were areas in which we weren't thinking about Rubicon technology. But as we got to using our Rubicon technology, we also found some intrinsic value to be able to use that technology in those areas where we've seen marked improvements.
Really the data of the day, the data of the route. So we know we're able to figure out we need about 6.5 hours out of that 8 hours dedicated to the collection. We need an hour and a half for refueling, for cleaning of the vehicle, and for going to the transfer station. So we're able to determine with the Rubicon data that we did have that 6.5 hours available. How many routes, how many collection points could we get for refuse, for recycling, and for yard waste in that day?
Rubicon was able to help us improve operations by giving us the perspective of sort of not just the route by route analysis that we're able to do with the Rubicon technology, but also being able to see the larger picture at the 10,000 foot level. And that has allowed us to not just get in the weeds with the routes, but also to see the system holistically, which is helping us make a number of different improvements.
Yeah, Rubicon helped our operations in unknown ways, primarily through just our customer compliance, our customer accounts, where before in our city, when you call to get water and sewer to your address, the technician in the utilities department has to turn on the solid waste button to make sure you're being charged for the solid waste collection. Sometimes that happens, sometimes that doesn't. But in the truck, our crews would never know because the trash would be out. They would service the address and move on. But now that we have our billing systems integrated and talking with Rubicon, we're able to pull up to the address, not see that as a collectible address, and drive by. That customer then calls and says, you didn't pick up my trash today. Oh, because you haven't paid your bill. So before we had that, we would bring in a summer intern every summer who would drive around the city and work with our billing system and audit all 10,000 accounts to make sure we were accurate. And we'd always find mistakes, but with Rubicon, that need has gone away because we've been more real time and having that visual aspect of the app telling us if an address is on or off in the truck has taken that concern away. And that was an unintended benefit from Rubicon that we didn't know would come with it, but we're glad it did.
I would encourage other cities to partner with Rubicon.
Rubicon is your one-stop shop for all types of operations that the cities operate.
What I would say to cities who are considering a partnership with Rubicon is it's truly a partnership. One of the words that they introduced me to was co-innovator, and I think that when you hear things like we're in this together, we are partners, and we are going to co-innovate, you get less of a sense that you're just trying to be sold a product.
Historically, we had some very old routes that were very heavy on the Tuesdays and Thursdays and very light on Mondays and Fridays, and we were able to balance our routes using the Rubicon technology. And there's just a whole host of things, of operational statistics that are really useful. And it really made a big difference in how we operate and how we will operate moving forward.
Have been, the reduced fuel costs, the improved efficiency in our routes. And we're looking for new and improved ways to bring Rubicon into our different operations with street sweeping and snow plowing. Just because of the benefits we saw with sanitation and solid waste collection, we want to go those other two routes as well. So any city that's looking forward to it or on the fence or want more information, give us a call, come see us, and we'll show you how we use it.
I would definitely say that it is a partnership worth making. One of I think the best elements of this whole program, in addition to the technology, is the customer service we've received. We get very highly focused, immediate, reactive feedback from the Rubicon staff. They've been terrific working with my folks and helping us work out any issues that come up, and also giving us guidance and ideas for how to improve things in our own operations based upon what they're seeing through the technology as well.
If we look at any of the companies that provide technology insights, such as Rubicon, it's a very interesting partnership between a city and a company such as Rubicon, because it ingests and allows the ingestion of massive amounts of information. That information then can be used for multiple purposes, right? It can be used for diagnosing truck health. It can be used for looking at how drivers operate in ways that could be safer. It will look at how residents report when a bin is missed or not. So the advantages of a Rubicon Smart City solution are that they are multiple and they cascade across the different pieces of a solid waste stream or sustainability stream in a city.